You claim to be interested in fixing Nigeria. You claim to be part of a new Nigeria to be born, but you have sacred people you believe should not be touched. Are you not joking? Of course you are. I'm sending this message directly to those people who come on the social media to, to defend some pulpit bandits, otherwise known as pastors and daddy Geos. When these people come to the pulpit, misleading the gullible members, preaching a very wrong message, people come after them and you dare to pick up your camera to dare attack those criticizing a man preaching rubbish. Are you okay? Okay, you believe it is only the politicians that are responsible for the errors, for the wrongs happening in Nigeria and Africa at large. My friend, you are sleeping on a bicycle, you are dreaming. The biggest problem of Nigeria and Africa, I'll be saying it and I will keep saying it, is religion. The religion that was sold to us by our slave masters, by our colonial masters. The day they removed their slave chains from our hands and legs, then they planted religion, they planted the Bible, they planted the Quran in our brains. That was the day they finished us completely. And you claim to be ignorant of this fact. You dare defend somebody, a criminal, because he's standing in the pulpit, saying the things he cannot authenticate, he cannot prove, just to mislead, obtain, defraud the gullible followers. Are you okay? A pastor will talk rubbish and you will say we should leave it for God. Which God? If there was a God there to leave the pastor for, the God would have punished the pastor to our very eyes. What's the meaning of that? You cannot take away the effect of our religious leaders on the people. They control majority of the population of Nigeria. Majority of the population of Nigeria is either Christian or Islam. They both listen to their preachers. And whatever these people tell them, they hold so dearly. And that is exactly why we have dummies, zombies, idiots all over the places. When the election comes, you see people thinking like moron because of what their imam have told them, because of what their pastors have told them. And you think we should make these pastors sacred cows. They shouldn't be touched. My friend, you are sick. You need help. Now, let me show us a message. Because you don't know how these pastors work with the politicians. They give the politicians a soft landing. They give them backing. Religious leaders that will tell you, leave the politicians for God, that God will judge them. See, are you okay? In fact, let me show us something. I think not long ago, I read this message from the Redeemed Father, Pastor Enoch Adeboye. And what was he saying? He said Nigeria would be far worse without prayers. That's what we are seeing there now. Adeboye believe Nigeria would have been worse than it is now without prayers. And I beg to ask, sir, because I will still respect you because of your age. I respect age to an extent, even though I know it doesn't count when it comes to your mental ability. I'm asking you, sir, Papa Enoch Adeboye, how bad could it have been without prayers? How worse do you think it could have been? Because I think Nigeria is as bad as no one can imagine. And Papa Adeboye knows this. But because he's not affected, Adeboye has his children, his church members at the highest level of the country. The first lady of the country is a redeemed pastor. The EFCC chairman today is a redeemed pastor. There are a whole lot of them. The former vice president of this country, Sibajo, he was a pastor in the redeemed. So systematically, Adeboye has been in charge, has been in control. And you will not expect Adeboye to tell you to criticize or go after the government. He will tell you that God is in charge. Now he's saying that it would have been worse if not for prayer. With all due respect, sir, that talk doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense and it stands so with no apologies. Nigeria could not have been worse than this. And what is making Nigeria this bad is because we have bad people in position of power, proudly supported by the likes of Adeboye and co. Okay, there was another very annoying one. Like I'm displaying again now. This was accredited to the CAN chairman, the same religious body. He said Nigeria facing economic hardship because they are unrighteous. So nobody that is Nigeria, see, you see all these religious organizations, this association of pulpit bandits, they are all the problem of Nigeria. And the earlier we know this, to address it, the better for us. You cannot claim to be seeking a better Nigeria, focusing on the politician, and you are ignoring what is giving the politician a very solid cover. Then that's an error. A very huge error and a disastrous one. We cannot continue wasting our time in the name of trying to solve a problem. People have been taking it to the government at all levels. Reform INEC, let's do this, let's do that. And you are not bringing the pastors. You are not telling the pastors to stop preaching nonsense to their congregation, then I don't think we are just ready yet. We are not ready yet. You see, Odalu, I know that religion is the root cause of all the problem of not just Nigeria, but Africa as a whole. Take religion away, we'll have a very sane, decent, safe, and peaceful society. We will all live in peace and harmony. Religion is what actually divides us, not tribes, not politics. It's actually religion. So the earlier you all know this and stop defending these people because they stand in the pulpit. I've always said it, that a snake is found in the church does not make it harmless. A man is called a pastor, bishop, doesn't mean they are normal human beings or they are sane. Most of these people are evils, animals, and imbeciles. I talk without fear. They know I'm talking the truth. So we should learn to put these people exactly where they belong. You get the point now? That's it.